Hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. Hi there. hi, and welcome. I'm having I've had a long day. Hi the Bavan Holy Fingerbook, call me Lycan, San, Inadequate Duck. Hi and welcome, hi. And in mix of Saul Goodman, I can't remember when he said it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday in 2 days. In 2 days is when it's going to be, more specifically 53 hours from now, if I'm not mistaken. I do believe. I like how much just make it playing this intro, unless it legitimately is. Yeah, it is me. Yeah. I have a piano next to me. Make it isn't like 8 AM for you. It is, and it already has been quite a long day. But hey. Anyhow. So, how is everyone doing? How are your days going? How are you doing on this fine day? Can you play a song for us? The only two songs I can play is the Make It theme and City of Stars. Those are the only two. Hi, the DDB. Hi. I'm working on the coding tutorial thing. Don't worry. That's in the works. It's just that we're going in a bit of a slightly different angle and it's taking its time. I'm really sorry that it hasn't been here in such a long time. Playing Megalovania. I used to be able to play the Sun song, but unfortunately I'm not that good with the piano. Yeah, those are about the only two things I can play. The Make It theme and the Ryan Gosling theme. Or both at the same time. Anyhow. Hi there, Ali. What are you still doing awake? Been a rough time for you as well. Just weird not hearing anything from you so long. Yeah, it's fine. I'll be fine. I'll manage. But speaking of managing, I need to work, don't I? I need to work because I'm really behind on my work. And I really need to get back to it. There's been a power outage on my university dome building, but now it's back. Oh, that's glad at least. Glad it's back. Work a smart full asleep too. That's genuinely what I was planning to make this stream into. I haven't streamed in a while also, have I? My streams have been really spotty as of late. I need to stream more. It's been a lot recently. I mean, look at this. 3 and 5, missing every second day. For my start, actually even more than every second, because this is a 3 days gap. Because I'm streaming, yeah, it's not the day gone, it's today, so it is. My goodness, for my standards, that's a crazy long. Dot and cross products, I'm getting trauma. Don't worry, it's actually simpler than it seems. But, yeah. We need to make it pointing at the camera. Which I'm pretty certain I should have somewhere here. I have cheers. I have a heart. I have the make it point. Whoops.png. That's a pretty good one. Which probably one day I hope to explain to you. Well, I hope so too. I do have to say, special relativity lecture by Remco I have received has made me much better at linear algebra, funny enough. So, I think I might be ready for it. But yeah. Right. What do I need to do? I need to make it that's pointing at the camera is what I need, which I'm certain I have somewhere. Bye, Bavbot, bye, have a good one. I am absolutely certain I have it somewhere. Surely goes soon. Already. It is Sunday, isn't it? Okay. I know that I have that make it because in my propaganda poster, that's the poster I have. I just don't remember which folder has my propaganda poster. Make sure to like the stream before you leave though. I appreciate that. Although don't worry about all this too much because it's... we're not really, especially on the yellow channel, we're not really streaming for the big views. I have this, which all look very weird out of context, I will say. All of these do look particularly odd out of context. But in context, they are great. Where is the make it point? Do I really need to make it point fine? Is the one led Toby Maguire posts? No, actually. They are in fact... Hold on, let me open them up again. All of these are in fact... There we go. Oh wait, no, hold on, this one we're missing. Yeah, it's this one. There we go. And then there's one last one that I'm missing. I don't know where it is. The last one is also pretty good. I can't find that one. I know I've used it for one of my thumbnails for a live stream on YouTube. No, you're such a player. Yeah, I'm a baller. I ball. I ball and I ball hard. I can't find the last one. The last one was basically me scoring play against the devil. Show up as a background here. There we go, yeah. That's the last one. Host down which product explanations all the time, but you get a sneak peek when I'm done the next write up. I would actually have something like it as a question, which is I'm not certain if I asked you the question already, but on the website, most likely today, we are going to have a new system for writing articles in place. These articles. I'm not saying if I've asked you already, but would you like to write some articles about the about musical isomorphisms, for example, or about the goddamn Stokes theorem? Sure thing. The thing is, what I'm trying to do, or what we're trying to do, more specifically, because let's be honest, not me. We're really doing it as a group. What I want to do is I want to create like a tool for explanations. So that, you have your document, but like basically to have a thing where you can send someone a link and that links to like series of articles all organized with proper visualizations, animations if you want, etc., of a certain topic. That's basically what I'm trying to do. That kind of system set up. But we're in very early stages of doing that, so I'm gonna give it at the moment at least, and I will help with that sort of stuff from my phone most likely. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it because it's not something that's needed. It's more that I want this to be useful. The main thing I want it to be is I want it to be useful to people like you. I want it to be a useful tool. So basically, if something that will help explanations. So don't worry about not being able to help too much, because that's fine. That's fine. Make it, for fuck's sake. Get to work. What are you doing? I downloaded a new version of Blender and it's really glitchy on my PC. But I think that's just growing pains. So I'm choosing to ignore this fact. And I'm certain it will not come back to bite me. This will be really like a lo-fi ASMR livestream kind of deal. Of just casual work. Okay. We need this in where? We need this in here. Okay. You can go. You can reset. And you can turn, so slightly. Tilt in. Head back. I want this to be like a very aggressive kind of pose. So even more tilt forward. And then this one I think the fist. There we go. Also, another structure, but in case you didn't see, I put a very long-winded formula for curl on general manifolds in the math lecture hall. I have seen it a second ago, yes. Okay. Oh, whoops, that's not what I meant. Yeah, this looks pretty decent. How's the lighting? It's fine. Let me check that formula out actually. Oh, hold on. Jeez, I'm getting a lot of messages in the background, it's fine. I'll check it out in a second. Many issues. sec now. Also, Mike, I can presume you know what I'm doing tomorrow. Tomorrow as the 20th. Well, okay, I mean, okay, I know what you'll be doing, but just in case, I'm going to make sure it's not another thing, and it's not gonna be celebrating Hitler's birthday. If for a second you consider the American dates instead. No, don't worry, I got the 20th for 4, yeah. I often forget that's what that day is. What I hate is that it's a cognito hazard, effectively. It's not information you can forget. Like, someone told me about it once, half a decade ago. And it's not something you can forget, that Hitler was born on 420. That's... Okay. Good. I'm so sorry everyone for being so distracted. It's just been a busy morning. It's been a long day and it's 8 a.m. Alright. Alright. Great, so now what we do is... Funny enough, this segment of the video is something that's really interesting. I'm really stupid because I'll probably forget 30 minutes. Ibsen, first I'm gonna tell you a weird work story. Go on, go for it. I do have to say, I really like this segment of the video, but I worried I might not do a good enough job conveying it, because this segment is basically about how complex numbers and R2 vectors share an isomorphism under addition. Which is a very interesting fact, and it's very useful. Especially since the next topic for us to tackle would be the block sphere, but oh well. I just hope I do a good enough job of explaining it. So I work in the lawn. And the garden department, my local Walmart. I don't know if Walmart exists anywhere outside the USA. And due to the time of the year, I now have sometimes cover for a register that's not part of the building. Mm-hmm. We closed it down 3 hours before the end of my shifts. That was me taking the money from Alright, that's very useful information keeping track in case I wanna rob the place, but go on. I'm just saying the funds for the charity have to go from somewhere. Hookup account. Mm-hmm. Do you have a video explaining cross/dot products? I'll have to study them for a bit myself. No, but I can explain them for you right now, DDB. Very quickly and easily, if you'd like. I'm going over the go pass around check area since you know it's right there and everything. Hi, the Diamond. Hi. I would like a private lecture. It's honestly going to be really quick because I have spent quite a fair bit of time dealing with trying to figure out the cross products, so I have a very nice interpretation for you. Remind us to stop and not go over the foundation. I was going to tell him to pay attention to this. Who's serious? This dude is normally a bit of a jokester. Oh no. And you should a serious stone. I see. This already great start. There is us hearing actual shouting. Rushing through the checkout. How to cover a neutral situation. Wait, what? My cookers. Wait, why was the lady rushing through the checkout? I am so confused. What happened? Was she trying to like rob you? What? See ya. Oh, damn it. See ya, DDV. I was about shit. Gonna give the product lecture, but unfortunately DB left. Sorry, I did distract you. No, it's fine. Just unfortunate timing. It's fine. I'm certain DDB will be back eventually. That's one. So she was basically trying to shoplift. Because I thought she was trying to like rob you of the money you were carrying. That would have been incredible, to be frankly honest. Just basically a robbery, quite by definition. I could use the proper notation for this, which I think I should. As an explanation for how I got from the main checkup. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. Now it makes sense. Hold on, because this plus shouldn't be yellow and it's bothering me. There we go. No primary situation or ability situation, stay safe during it. Well, you know, we always have our moments. I shouldn't be baffled as much as this, but they've changed the button to overwrite in this newest version of Blender. It used to be just save. That is, for some reason, really weird to me. Okay, you can piss off now. Also, I think also used to be telling me to pay attention to much ruder context manner. Oh, that's upsetting to hear. There we go. There we go. My background is supposed to got a message from someone from management asking me to cover the cosmetics counter / register. Is that better or worse than the garden? I want to that. They've colored this in as well. So many, but these are blue now. But I shouldn't be so baffled by this. No, but then it was odd since I never got asked to do that. What should I do as I'm rendering? Because it's going to be quite plenty of rendering on this stream. I could try working on the website. If it helps conceptualizing all this, there is a separate register away from the main front of the area for electronics, one for cosmetics, one for the lawn and garden section. Oh, okay. I'm used to shops like Walmart, but Walmart like shops just have everything for the same registers. Just, you know, big box stores. They do exist in Europe. I actually live not that far off from one big box store, which tells you all about the kind of shithole I live in. Okay. What is there to do on the website? That's the question. What is there to do on the website that no one else is doing? Very crucially, we don't want merge conflicts. Proficiency system. Proficiency system has to be fixed up. That's true. Hi there, Ash. How you doing? Ash, would you mind if we had a bit of a chat later today? More specifically, after Inter commits and pushes the changes to the article writing on the website, because then I could just, to put the article actually on the website. Because I have to say, what Intern has done is quite nice. The LaTeX renderer seems to be really clean, which I appreciate. They've done an incredible job. They sent the video and I just watched the video, and the beginning of it was just like the old system, so it was normal, but then the LaTeX renderer was incredible. The current one is a bit problematic. LaTeX packages. It might, and if not, it should be easily updatable. Because you see, Internet seems to have done it using Python, which may mean, if I'm not mistaken, the way it should work is it should just mean that LaTeX is installed on the server, and then Python is using that LaTeX to render an image, which should mean that we can just install any LaTeX packages we want. And when I say any, I mean literally any. It's just expandable to the extreme. So the answer is, if the system works the way I think it works, then yes. But a capital Y, yes. Yeah. It is really nice. Maybe let's do 25. Beautiful. I still need to cut up the videos into clips while they want typing out the other stuff. Exactly, yeah, then you'll be able to determine. Oh, one thing I haven't checked on actually. Wait, that's a good question. Have they done the... I'm not certain if they did the attachments. At least I don't see them. I don't see the attachments. That could be a bit worrying. Well, we shall see. They need to push it first, and then we'll determine everything. Let's do 40, 0. Beautiful. Oh, it's a little bit dim. I like a bit brighter. I got to bed now. Good night. Bye, Lycan. Thank you for the support and encouragement. That should be the default. That shouldn't be something we need to think before. Bye, Lycan. Bye. Hi there, Remco. How you doing?
Greetings.
Hi.
Good morning, and there is sun.
Yeah, that is true. Those are both true statements. It's honestly been really lovely weather, at least for me.
Ooh. I haven't gone outside yet.
Everything goes Saul Goodman, such a banger line, yeah. I also hope everything will go Saul Goodman. I am a bit worried when it comes to the lawyer, I'm not gonna lie. Because the thing is, it's gonna cost me $100 just for a consultation. Like, how expensive is it gonna be for them to set up the foundation? That worries me a bit, but I hope it's not gonna be too bad. Remco's more quiet than Make It. Oh yeah, because Remco, because you couldn't hear Remco, probably. Could you? No, you can't hear Remco. And Remco,
No, because I wasn't talking.
that's weird, because it shows me that you are just as loud. This is me, this is Remco.
Okay, to be fair, I am not talking loud. I'm talking...
No, but I'm looking at the bars, and yours...
the evil bars?
No. Huh.
100 euro for a consultation is insane. I think I should become a lawyer.
It's not too late. I mean, to be fair, if you get a master's in theoretical physics and then become a lawyer, my goodness, what a CV that would be.
True. It feels like Brian Cox or like the...
And you'd need to still work at the store then, because that would be hilarious. To just
Yeah, I will have like 30 years of record for that store.
yeah, can you imagine how fun it would be to scare younger students? It'd be like, oh yeah, I have 2 bachelors in mathematics, I have a master's in theoretical physics, I have a law degree, and I work at the grocery store. That would
How else are you gonna afford all this?
yeah,
All the studies?
that would scare anyone looking for a job shitless. That would be really funny.
I'll just stay employed. Like don't break the contract since it's a 0-hour contract anyways.
Yeah. I have a friend who has a physics diploma, a vet diploma, and almost got a lawyer diploma. Okay, but do they have 2 bachelors in mathematics? Yeah, didn't think so.
Well, I don't have 2 bachelors in mathematics.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2 bachelors.
I think one is enough. Like one is enough to see that mathematics is not the way. Sometimes you just need to invest some time into figuring out that something is not what you want to do.
Yeah, there's the same thing as that meme where you basically need to learn how to speak French, because then you'll be able to say that instead of saying I can't speak French, you'll be able to say I refuse to speak French. So
I don't want to
yeah,
speak French.
so since you have a bachelor's in mathematics, now you don't have to say I can't do mathematics, you can just say I refuse to do mathematics.
You know what? Valid. Yes. I know the mathematics and I know I don't want to do any mathematics. Unless physics. When sentencing and thoughts.
Inter, by the way, added a LaTeX renderer to the article, the website articles.
That was my job.
No, because like LaTeX renderer, the thing to render LaTeX. So now proper LaTeX can be done on the website. Like proper LaTeX.
Wait.
Like text it ain't got shit on us, kind of proper LaTeX.
Uh-huh. Hold up. Website. Let's see the website.
No, nothing changed yet because Inter hasn't pushed it. Yeah, we need to wait for them to wake up.
I will just go to the secret back doors and see what was going on.
I do have to say, y'all, well, almost no one actually to whom I have this const is available, but everyone needs to push a lot more on GitHub. It's free. It costs us nothing to just commit and push. We're using up GitHub's resources. We're not paying for them.
You know what?
Hold on, Ash has a crazy theory. Go on, Ash. Spill the beans.
No, I can't see the chat.
I need to note something down on the screen, and I have an idea on how to do it, but it's horrendous. So basically, how am I supposed to note that down? Basically, I want to note down that cross product. Okay, so basically what I'm talking about here is that R2 vectors and complex numbers have an isomorphism under addition. However, they do not have an isomorphism under multiplication. Because Yeah, obviously. It's linear algebra. It doesn't even have a singular product. And neither the cross product nor the dot product are equal to the complex product. So I really want to note down that like cross isn't equal to complex mode and isn't equal to the dot. I just don't know how to note that down.
Why you always find funky symbols?
I mean, because there are two options. I can either do it with a graph, like, just literally cross is not equal to the word's complex mode is not equal to the dot, but I'm really tempted to do some mathematical fuckery, like for example, assuming that and then the basis vector equal 1 and basis vector equal I. But
I mean,
that would be horrendous.
There is standard way of doing it. Hold up. What was it again?
Like basically like this.
I cannot see the stream, so if
hold on, I'm gonna do it in a second. V is equal to just ex plus y. I know that my y is very similar to my x's sometimes, which is very confusing. There we go. VW should be V X W E X. Why am I trying to be so correct about this? The entire point is
pedantic.
Yeah, the entire point is that it's like abusing mathematics.
The way I wrote it in chat is like a common way of doing it.
Okay. Basically, what I could do, but that would be complete abuse of mathematics, but it would be funny, is like this.
No, don't do that. No. Those are not the same objects.
I mean, top right corner, like assume if, or, if ex is equal to 1, ey is equal to I. What if we need to integrate Feynman integrals not only over all possible paths through R4, but also over all inequivalent infinitesimally differentiable structures that R4 has? Because if I remember correctly, wait, no, that's not what if like means. I don't know. Because R4 is the only Rn space that admits infinitely many such structures, whereas the others only admit one. Okay, Remco, you need to tune in on live stream chat because Ash has something for you.
I'm on my phone. I can't.
Hold on. I posted it in chat.
Ha.
Hi, the macaroni. How you doing?
Just done with showering.
Alright, that's fair. Would you like some to go on?
How in the stream that my profile picture is only halfway looking out.
Is it how it is? That's, I'm leaving it that way because it's funnier.
Very comical. Hi, chair.
Oh, so like this? Wait, what? Wait, so what you're saying is that, G star not congruent C2 dot?
Yeah, so basically when you're talking about a group, a field, a vector space or whatever,
yes,
you always talk about the set with corresponding element.
Mm-hmm.
Or a corresponding operation, I mean. But usually this is way too not fun to write down, so we just ignore the operation and brackets because fuck them. But I have seen it being used in a way that like this vector space with this operation is not the same as this vector space with this other operation.
If I understand correctly, would it be like, so what you did is you did an example but not from my case?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's
fair. I just for a second thought it was for my case, but I didn't answer. So now it makes sense because now it would be like, oh fuck, how do you represent multiplication that isn't the cross product or the dot product?
Like a cross, like backslash cross.
Yeah, but backlash cross is meant to be.
Oh, that's for the cross.
Yeah, exactly. I think I can do. No, wait. I think I can do dot because technically it's like a complex dot. So,
Do a star then.
something like this. Does Texit not have access to this channel? What is happening? Hold on.
Also, I don't know if. Well, first of all, there need to be backslashes before the. No, it doesn't have access.
Yeah, I'm giving it right now. Send messages. There we go.
You need to, like, every one of the brackets that you use needs to have a backslash.
Oh, okay. I see.
And I don't know if my not symbol is the right one. Presumably not, but what you
Well,
want is the equality sign with the tilde above it, and then it's the inequality line through it.
Yeah, it's. I can just look it up.
Oh yeah, dot, by the way, puts a dot on it.
Oh yeah, it does. That is true. C dot.
You need C dot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just need to look up the symbol for isomorphism, but not an isomorphism.
Anyway, macaroni. How are you doing?
Yeah. Doing, I don't know.
That's fair.
Brisket is over.
Brisket is over.
So-
I see.
I don't know anymore. I
And
don't know what to do.
well, I have something for you to do because I don't know if you've noticed, but on the charity server, I did set up Help It.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I did notice that Help It was in the channel. That's true.
Yes. And I would like to explain to you how it works and how to work with it.
But first, I have to tell Chair that yes, there is leftover brisket, but it's not for you.
Damn.
I'm eating it
Damn.
all by myself.
Damn. It's like that meme of the fat guy drinking all the water and the droplets. Macaroni.
Yep.
Macaroni is the big guy and Comey is just their own scraps. No, we don't have any more brisket.
Oh, that's Comey.
Yeah, it's Comey. You can tell because their nickname has one letter in common.
What the?
I'm vegetarian anyway.
Ah,
Yeah, that's.
okay.
You can just note things. I didn't. That's. Holy,
Yeah, the
holy
equality.
shit,
the
that's sick.
next technically a not equal.
Oh, that is absolutely sick. All right, in that scenario, macaroni, I do have some ideas for what you can do. And I have. Okay, so here's the thing. Would you like to go with something that would be more useful long term, or do you still want some utility to like have a feel for what you can do with Python? Because
Utility first.
because the thing is that something that's useful long term you can absolutely do. It's just that the result is going to be a lot more useful but a lot more boring, I would say. It would be a more interesting coding challenge though. However, so that's the first option. The second option is I was thinking a web scraper just to show you off still what Python can do.
Yeah, I take the second option.
The second?
Because,
Alright.
I'm not that good with Python yet.
That's fair. The second one will teach you a fair bit more about how to operate with Python in general. It's going to be a little more complicated. But basically, I would like you to make a web scraper. Do you have any kind of website where there is something you'd like to keep track of?
Hold on. Do I?
Hold on, is there anything funny? Let me think.
I may have Google Docs that, if changed.
Google Docs actually would be a bitch. Hold on. Or maybe the web scraper isn't a good idea. XKCD comics, that might work. It could be funny to do Wikipedia. Oh, Wikipedia might work, might be really funny. Okay, so let's just say.
Okay, hold on. Wiki. Toilet paper orientation.
What? What?
Toilet paper orientation.
It needs to be away from the wall.
Yes, but that's a Wikipedia page.
Oh, what I actually do is I have a holder that's just a bar going from the ground, and then it like kind of diverges into kind of fork on which the toilet paper is, and so I have it perfectly in the middle of my entire toilet, so that no matter which way it is, it's always away from the wall and always closer to the wall at the same time.
Super precision.
I actually hang from the ceiling. It's just I find it a bit easier.
Yes, positron, toilet paper was in fact mentioned.
Need to type. Yeah, that's true.
First reviewed on March 10th, 2026. What?
Oh jeez, how am I gonna actually slice this cake?
Ash, if you change the differential structure of R4, and does it like actually get a knot or a kink because it's flat space? Like, why not just change the curvature of the space? Fuck R4. Go to Minkowski, go to general manifolds, which is way more fun. But the differential structure shouldn't have an impact on the physics, I would say, naively. For anyone that didn't understand the question, I don't understand the question either. Something with Feynman diagram.
I had actually pretty lovely discussion about physics, and I got to bring up the Dirac Sea tonight, which was fun.
I love swimming in that one.
Yeah, that's actually the conversation is where we got the Atomic quote, because Atomic said, "I hate string theory. Unpopular opinion. I think it's stupid," which.
Right, I saw that. How dare you? He's got like my work shit. Ha. I'll just get a Nobel Prize and then he will send corrected.
Getting a Nobel Prize out of spite. I would expect nothing less.
Well, I think we should.
Okay, so Macaroni, let's just say that you would like to make a script in Python that checks if the Wikipedia article on the proper orientation of toilet paper.
Yes.
Correct toilet paper orientation. If it had a new comment added to the discussion, to the talk.
Yes.
Alright. Wait, so far, is there nothing in the talk? I don't... Why is standard server? Okay, this might work, I hope. You guys are sick. I'm getting wildly distracted with this.
What?
It's a top chat again.
You know what? No, I'm a bit worried that this might be too complicated and it would muddy the waters. I'm worried if we go with this might be a bit too much, because a web scraper is a very simple project, but it requires a lot of different things at the same time. I think it would actually be better if we go with something a bit more logical, but a lot more annoying. Okay, first of all, because it has been bugging me for days. I'm really sorry for like leaving you dry a bit, Macaroni. I had a rough week, but one thing that has been on my mind the entire time is that I did not introduce you to loops in Python, which is a big oversight on my part, and that's like a really big one. So help it. So I need to fix that right now, because that is not letting me sleep at night properly.
Okay.
Alright, because the way loops function in Python is slightly different than in other programming languages, but quite simple. Let me know when you can see the stream.
Yep.
Alright, great. Evil Glorp Maker. I don't know if I should edit the Evil Glorp Maker or maybe just make a new test file. Quick file .py. Okay, so let's say that you want to loop through something 10 times. The proper way to do it in Python is for I in range 10, and then, for example, print, and this line you should be familiar with. So print.
Copy paste 10 times. Like,
Copy paste 10 times. Genius. Yes. Yeah, so this, as you expect, I feel like you can read pretty easily what you can do, right? This is the loop. The question more likely is, well, more important question is, why does this function as a loop? And the thing is,
Because for I in range 10, it defines a range that is 10 long, and you are...
keep going.
Hold on. How's it called again? The f function?
Oh, the f string, you mean this?
The f string, yeah. The f string I says to print 10 times.
Yes. Basically, in most programming languages, the way a loop works is that you just loop whilst a condition is true. And that still exists in Python. You still have the while true, and then stuff. That still exists. However, the much more common one is the for loop. And the way that the for loop functions in Python is actually, let's say that you have some kind of array. So some kind of items like 10, a 7, and a 9. For I in range, right here the range is an array. And what this does is I, on each iteration of the loop, becomes your next element of the array. Does that make sense? So for example, what we can do is we can do array is equal to 7, 9, 10. And then if we do for I in R, what we get is 7, 9, and 10. Right?
Okay.
Now, so yeah, range basically, what range itself is just decrees for you an array that's going from 0 to n. So you have your element 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, without the 10, it's starts from 0. That makes
Alright.
sense.
And if I were to create a second function, which would be or a second array, and a second function which printed that array, and I would call it 4, 8, and 11, then it would print. Would it then print those in order,
So do
or after that?
help out with me here. What do I do next?
Then for I in array 2.
Like this? Yeah, then?
Then it would just print 4, 8, 11.
Yes. For 8, 11.
And if you created that function again, but for array 1. No, second function.
So you mean like this?
No, completely new. Like,
I'm struggling with one.
Yeah.
So like this.
exactly.
Yeah, then it would do 4, 8, 11, 7, 9, 10.
Okay.
Because it first executes the first loop and then the second. And very crucially, array doesn't have to be numbers. It can in fact be anything. So if we do, for example, with strings, so test, and then testing, and then testist, then if I run it, it does go over each element. So basically the way you should think about it is when you're using a for loop, then for item in array, and then on each iteration of the loop, your item just becomes your next thing in the array. And that array can be anything. So if we go back to the evil glorp maker, then in this scenario, you are creating an array of every number from 0 to the width of the image, and then every number from 0 to the height of the image. Which means that this becomes your x coordinate, this becomes your y coordinate, and on each iteration of these loops, you're getting a next coordinate in order, right? Okay, good. That could be a bit muddy, but if it is, then practice. So that's honestly it when it comes to the loops. It's very, very useful. The fact that you can go over any item you want as long as you have an array. And, well, hope to make use of that. Now, for the one thing I'm going to check actually for myself, because I'm not certain. I think Python is smart enough to do this. It is. All right. A string is also considered an array of letters.
Okay.
Convenient note. So if you want to go over each letter of a string, then you do it like this. And now that I have loaded this Chekhov's gun for you, we're gonna put it in the background. And completely unrelated note, which is, this is gonna be a genuinely useful thing. As I mentioned, when it comes to computer science, the neat thing about it is how quickly it becomes useful. Help it. Help it has nothing so far. It genuinely, it does nothing. That's it. These 20 lines are like a very, very bare bone basic boilerplate with like the bare necessities. It doesn't do much. However,
I should get pull.
yeah, I should, as always, Git was really useful. It won't work on your own if you run it yourself, and the reason why it won't work is because basically the way that the Discord API works is in order to be connected to a certain account, you need a token. And in this scenario, on the server, that token is there. It is there, it is chilling, it's in a separate file, a file that isn't a part of the repo. And so that's why it won't work if you try running it yourself, because you're missing this token. And that token is obviously missing for security reasons, because genuinely a really bad idea to share your tokens on the internet, on GitHub.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, what I would like you to do then is, here's the thing. In the future, we would like help it to execute certain commands. That much is obvious. But we would like to fix one mistake which I've done with Bunnet. The way I run commands with Bunnet is very caveman-like. And by that I mean, Bunnet is just checking if inside of the message you have something, you have like Bunnet do this ... right?
Mm-hmm.
Or rather Bunnet do the thing, and then if Bunnet detects that this string is inside your message, then Bunnet does the thing. That is very much caveman-like, because this leads to a lot of problems. The reason why is this way is because I didn't put care into it. I never took the time to do it properly. But with Helpit, we don't want to make that mistake, because Helpit is our goodest boy. So instead, with Helpit, what I think we should do is, basically, instead of just checking if a command contains a certain string, create a different function for patterns. So basically, a pattern which would look something like this. For example, Helpit, give, hold on, I need to think of a command. Helpit, fuck, why was my brain blank all of a sudden? What could help?
Give roll.
Give roll is, honestly, you know what, that's really good. Actually, Helpit give roll to %s, like this. Basic idea being that Helpit would first of all, here's what we'd like for this function. We would like this function to, first of all, be able to figure out if the message contains that call or not. So basically, the function takes in some kind of message that someone wrote and is able to figure out if that message has actually, if that command has actually been invoked. And second of all, we want it to function dynamically so that, you know, no matter what %s is filled in for, it's still gonna work. And genuinely,
Okay.
I would, so you get the rough idea, right? Like the very rough idea. Okay,
Yeah.
now I already have some suggestions that I can tell you that are good practices for the future. The question is, would you like to already work on it right away with these good practices? Or, in my opinion, the much better approach, which is you work on this first to get a feel for it, and then once you have like the first finished prototype, I tell you these good practices, and then you write another one with everything that you've learned already and with the good practices in mind. The second one will be a lot better because it will lead to a lot cleaner system, and genuinely is better long term, despite the fact that you need to write it twice effectively.
Or writing it twice won't hurt. Pretty sure.
Would you say?
Writing it twice probably won't hurt.
That's really good, and I'm honestly glad that you wrote it, because that is, I do believe, a very correct and smart approach. In that scenario, for now, just try to fiddle with the logic. So try to create a function that takes in some kind of text, and then it also takes in a pattern, like, I don't know, command checker, like this, where this is your pattern, and then message, whatever it may be. And then the basic idea is that for now, we can start small, like the command just giving you a true or false input of if that command was run. Then we can get to more complicated stuff. That's genuinely it. This is, as I mentioned,
Alright, so I'm gonna name it help it roll giver.
for example.
Now it's gonna be properly named help.
Like when it was basically with cheese.
What's with cheese?
No, geez, I don't know what Ash is doing.
Where did cheese go?
Okay, I'm gonna also delete this, not necessary. What did I change in this file? Change nothing. Don't mind.
Help it troll giver? Oh no.
The troll giver. Help it activate troll module. That's the neat part, because once like
Could
the
also do that.
once the utility scripts are done, it becomes really easy to add shitposts. Like, the thing is, it is gonna work in a way where you just have like a single place where you add all the commands, and it's just gonna be a matter of just add command and then call for it being help it activate the troll protocol or something.
Help it troll this guy.
Yeah, it genuinely be that. Make it doesn't know about the April 1st incident. No, I do not.
What happened on April 1st?
I have no idea. Something between Ash and Komi, clearly.
Oh no.
They were up to no good. Help it post the image. I mean, yeah. I really would like to have help it post the image.
Oh, I'm gonna stream as well for you. See what I'm doing.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna turn this over as well because.
That's the right one, right?
Hold on.
Yeah, that's the correct one. Alright, how would I do this? I would make help it. You said command.
Yeah. So try to do it with function, by the way. So on the very beginning, def, def, and then space. Yeah, and then name of the function, something like command checker or something like that. So just no, without the quotes. Command. And then open and close brackets, and then colon. Colon after the brackets, and inside the brackets put pattern, and then comma. No, inside the brackets put pattern and then comma message. And so that's how you define functions effectively in Python. So, yep, that's how you define functions in Python. So, which the name of the function is command. Yeah, after pattern also put message. That will be your variables. So the way it works is that def obviously stands for define, as you yourself have said, and what you're doing is you're defining the command checker function with pattern and message being the two variables that go into it. And then pattern will be the pattern that we're checking for, and message will be the message that the user put in. And now return on the line that you're typing. Also, instead of 4 spaces, try using a tab, because then it's faster and better. And then space.
I just how's it called? Press enter.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, yeah, then autofill, then that's good. Return and then true. Capital T, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's in Python. I think it has to be capital T. It's really annoying that different languages. In Java, for example, it's lowercase t is very annoying. Yeah, and so basically, in between your definition of the function and the return is where all your logic goes. In between those two. That's where you put all the logic, all the stuff that you're gonna be coding. But the basic idea is that in the future, so for example, after the line 5, like add a couple more lines, and somewhere like, for example, on line 10. Is Macaroni learning Python? Yes. Let him make, yes, exactly. We're doing vectors, or we are doing very vectors. On line 10, backspace to be on the first line. And then type in command checker on its own. And then inside the brackets, so brackets, and then inside the brackets do a string, something like the one I've typed in. So you can, for example, do, hold on. You can do this, for example, as your pattern. And then you can do as your, yup, glorp, not the glorp. I've sent it in the VC chat. Yeah, so you can do it as your test pattern. The lines that you're adding at the end would just be for testing purposes. And then, come on, once again, it worries me that the %s are highlighted. Because it might mean that it's taken up character in. Okay, I'm gonna double check that in the meantime. And then some kind of test message. Write any kind of test message there, just something that. I keep hearing about this Kobe person. Oh, it's with %. Jeez, that is. Okay, so apparently we shouldn't be using percentages. We need some kind of special character there, something that we can. That. You know what? Fine, your code. I'm not gonna show. Normally I would hesitate, but to be fair, it is your code. And yeah, so basically.
You know, I once wanted to make a print function, run code in a print function.
Oh, and then what you do? I some of this. And then that line, I would say repeat it 2 more times. And basically, this is going to be here for the testing purposes. So the reason why it's here is to see if your logic works, right? So what I would do is I would try 2 messages that you would hope should be false, and 1 that should be true. So try the first one can be defined. The second one try also false, but something a little bit more difficult. For example, help it, comma, gov, and then test roll test. So something that's really close to the pattern. No, leave the pattern the same. So the point of this is that the pattern is what's we're supposed to be checking for, right? But hold on, because maybe I didn't explain properly, like how I would like this to work. The way I would like it to work is, if you look in the text chat, is for if a user writes something like this. Yeah. Then I want help it to realize that it's meant to execute the role giving command, right? However, if I type in something like this, then I won't help it to not execute that command. So what we need is some kind of function that takes in a message and compares it with the expected command, right?
Okay.
However, very crucially, and that's the important bit, we need to realize that inside those commands we have variables themselves, which means it's not as simple as just comparing 2 texts.
Yep.
Which is why the formatting is. So right now what you're doing at the end is you're adding the functions to check. So you want to check if someone writes a correct message, that this function returns a true, if someone writes something that isn't a commando, that this returns a false. Do you understand?
Okay.
Okay, good. Then fill in the 3 messages here on the right, the glorp god glibblings, into something that 2 that you would expect to return a false, and 1 that you would expect to return a true, in order to make sure that... Yeah, so last one, you would like something that we want to return a true. So something that would fill this pattern, would fill into this pattern of running command, something that, you know. By the way, if you don't understand something I'm saying, you can say it, it's absolutely fine, because then I can...
I was about to say, what?
Okay, so, let's do it this way. The bot listens to all messages, all of them, because that's the way it's built. It can't be otherwise. So it's gonna be receiving all the messages.
Yep.
But what we needed to do is we needed to figure out which ones to react to. So if I type in a single letter A in text, then we don't want help it to do anything.
Yep.
If I type in help it give macaroni roll philosopher, we want it to give you the roll philosopher, right?
Yep.
Now, the problem is that help it needs to figure out the difference between them. Help it needs to be able to receive all the messages and then filter out the ones that don't fit any command. Yeah, so what we need is we need some kind of function that takes in a message and then tells us if it fits a command. So a function that takes in a message and returns a false when it doesn't fit the command, and a true if it does. So that then in the future we can do something like this. Command checker. Hold on. So that then in the future. So this would be... This would be like kind of the code that we will have in the future. Does that make sense? So we check if a message fits a pattern, and if it does, we execute the command.
Okay.
Is it okay, like, okay, genuine reaction, or is it okay as in I didn't understand but I don't want to be a bother kind of okay? Because if it's the second one...
No, I'm gonna bother you if I don't understand.
Okay, so you do understand the purpose of this?
I do think so, yes.
Okay, in that scenario, we can really quickly test if you understand, or if I explained it improperly. And by that I mean, type in like 3 test messages there. 2 of them that are, we want to return a false, so we want help it to not react to at all, and 1 of them that we do want help it to react to. Why not use the dictionary and use text in, text this? Because we, first of all, the structure of the message matters, and second of all, messages will have variables in them. What if Apple listens to all messages, parrots them back like a parrot? Well, honestly, that's really easy to do. But it's... I guess thought on this.
Stupid.
Yeah, Ash, I have thoughts
Then
on this.
help it would not help.
Yeah, we unhelp it. We need to make another bot called an unhelp it, and he does absolutely fucking nothing.
Just annoys everybody.
Yeah.
When you call help it says, "Oh, I'm help it, I'm here."
We need an unhelp it, so whenever help it sends anything, unhelp it just says nah, and that's it. All right, but Macaroni, do try like writing 3 test messages, 2 of them which we want help it not to react to, and 1 that we want help it to react to. And let me know, I'm gonna be... I will make it genuinely. Can I have ownership of Unhelp It? We'll see what I can do. We'll see what I can do. Unhelp It would be quite funny, but oh my lord, we still haven't given y'all access to the server, and Quasar's gonna be busy this week. We should do it today. We should take care of y'all having access, because I specifically made such a nicely, well-permissioned folder on the server just for everyone to access. With so much care to it, so much heart. Yes, and from this I can already tell that you understand macaroni. That's really good. Not gonna lie, right now I am kind of guiding you through it in a bit of a wacky way, but that's mainly because once you start working on it, then you won't need an explanation, because you will really quickly yourself catch on to what it is, like the reasons. And if you don't, if some of the things I'm saying like don't click with you, then you do feel not even that. Just feel free to ignore them, because the thing is, I'm trying to give you like the good practices, because there is a reason why I myself do it. But if you will have just a different style, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, and the whole idea is that if right now you press Ctrl S, I'm kind of an idiot. All of these command checkers should be inside of a print. Because I'm such because otherwise how are we gonna know what they pretend, right? So just add on the beginning on each one of them, just print, and then put it in brackets, the entire command in bracket. Yeah, exactly. And then I check for good, like help it give Panzer chemist roll, and it sees Panzer give chemist roll, so it does the thing. Because patterns are a lot better.
Because pattern recognition.
Exactly, pattern recognition. That's the reason. And now, if you Control S and run it, you will see that you will get 3 truths effectively. You get a truth nuke.
That was help it roll giver.
It does look like a troll giver. Yeah, the easiest way to is I would suggest tab autofilled in, because I can't tell if there is a typo. Oh, it's no. The file doesn't have a pi on the pi on the beginning. Yeah, but as you can see, you get a truth nuke, which is you get 3 truths. When in reality, what you want, though is true, false, false, right? Yeah, so there we go. Now you can just be adding logic in the command checker function, and whenever you think like you've made some progress, you can just run it to see if you get true, false, false. And that's it. There's genuinely no more to it. The logic you will be able to figure out yourself.
You can't even fix it with duct tape using duct tape. Reply. Hold on. What did I miss?
I don't know. I feel like
I don't want to give add pencil chemist rule whatsoever. So we can use them right now. That's cooking them. Well, keywords. If you can't fix flex try tape. Try flex tape. Why not break it and remake it? Okay.
yeah, Panzer was backseat gaming, which I don't appreciate.
I've actually seen myself running code in my head, or trying to think about how to make stuff run with code.
That's really good. That's really good. I'm really glad you have been. Because thinking about logic is very helpful. It's a very logical kind of activity. It is just a matter of figuring stuff out, which is very nice.
Just need to learn the language.
Exactly, yeah. And the thing is, I will be honest with you, once you become good at just one language, switching between languages is really trivial.
Okay.
Keywords are really... Like, people think that coding in different languages is like a different skill, but it's really not. Switching between Python or JavaScript or C, C++ is really trivial. You do have languages like goddamn fucking Java, which require a whole different thing, but that's because it sucks and Olo should not be trusted. We should have bots for the science channels, like Chemit, Physit, Muffet, etc, etc. Why? I have the same question as Ash. What would the science bots do?
We could already do that and help it.
Yeah, that's true. Not only can we do that and help it, what is needed from bots in science channels?
We could just make a function that help it can only make these certain commands in these channels, right?
That's actually exactly right. That is exactly how you do it. They will science.
Like if in this channel
no.
run and
Hold on.
these.
I get what Panzer means now. They will science. So you know how like in Factorio, where you build machines to do science and you feed them science. Yeah, like the bots would just do science.
Oh, got it.
That makes sense.
I mean, sure.
I mean, it works in Factorio. It must work here.
I mean, isn't that how science works in real life?
Yeah, you make your vial of science, your bottled science, and you put it in the science machine.
Mm-hmm.
The scientists are just workers at the science factory.
Oh, you want a job as a scientist in the science building at the science department with the scientists?
Exactly. Help it.
Add in one T or two T's.
My goodness, I want unhelp it to be a thing so much now. It's just so funny. I'm just, whenever help it is the thing, just nah.
And removes that thing.
It removes the help is message, yeah.
It only has a 10% chance though.
Like, oh, that's so goddamn funny. Oh, that's tempting. That's really tempting.
I do have.
Yeah, I mean, just, like every 100 messages or so, help it tries to send a message to help, and unhelp it just deletes it and says, nah.
Before help it can. Oh right, before help it can do anything, the message is just deleted.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh my god, that would be so stupid.
that would be so idiotic.
Absolute idiot.
Yeah, that's what we should do. We should make the bot public and then do so that on any server that isn't ours, it comes with unhelped. Oh, now we're in big money town. We make a
They pay for the
subscription.
extension
Yes. For
Oh my god.
unhelped when it comes by default, they need to pay to remove it. Subscription every month is gonna have tiers, and the tiers are gonna. We're in big money now. Oh yeah.
Like the legendary tier gives you no unhelped at all, and the lower ones are gonna just lower.
Give
the
you chance.
chances.
Yeah, exactly. Oh hell! Now we're cooking.
I went to Big Money Town and I would make it was there.
I went to the big money town, but I couldn't get in because the ticket was too expensive. Oh yeah, this is abysmal dog shit, I do believe is the term for it. I would like to record this in real life, I think. This would be better to record.
Oh, help it is already a function.
Hmm?
Huh. And just tab fill it in.
I actually don't know why Topfill didn't do help it like that. It could be because you typed in help it inside of a string and VS Code is a bit dumb. But I don't know.
Well, less work for me.
When told to shut up, like, at everyone, look what this absolute clown said. Just the roasting feature.
From unhelped, yeah. Like a 1 in 10,000 chance of every minute of unhelped just to ping at everyone. Invalid character, it says. Alright, I need to put in quotation marks. Done. Need to save it. Right, and then message.
I'm a bit confused about what you're doing right now.
I don't know, either. I'm just trying stuff.
Okay, so basically, pattern is... Hold on, because I haven't explained that properly. If I'm gonna give you a stream. Alright, there we go. Can you see my stream?
Yep.
Alright, so here's how functions work. You define a function, right? Def, f, and then brackets, like so. Then right here you do x and y, or z dot dot dot, whatever. You add however many shit you want. So you have x and y, and then you define your function, lines of code. Now when you use that function, you do f, and then you input your variables. For example, a 10 and a 7. And what this does right here, these are obviously separated off. What this right here does is it goes right here and runs this code, assuming that x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 7. So whenever your command checker function runs, it runs with a given pattern and a given message. In this scenario, the pattern you have will vary depending on when the command is run. So for your test, at the very bottom, that is the code that's going to run. Which means we're gonna run your function with pattern equal to help it, give s, roll s, and then the message is going to be help it give glorp roll gleeblings. So in this scenario, what you need to do is you have your pattern and you have your message. And you need to find some kind of logical way to compare these two texts. And the whole difficulty of programming is that you don't know what these texts are, because you don't know what they will be in the future. So you need to do it in as general of a way as possible. So first, what I would do if I were you is, well, I might be checking a bit too much. So let's maybe start slower. First, C, I would like you to compare if the pattern and the message share the first 6 characters in common. So you don't know what pattern is, you don't know what message is, alright? Just assume
First check if help is even there.
No, don't check if help it is there. Check if the first 6 characters of the pattern and the first 6 characters of the message are the same. Because the whole point is that...
Is there.
Yes, but I want you to be working with like the mindset that you don't know what pattern or message are. We have our examples, but we need to be working as if we don't know what those examples are. So we need to do it in a way that you know. And also the loaded Chekhov's gun I mentioned earlier of you can loop over a text and on each iteration it gives you a different character. Because text is... Actually, you know what, could I give you a bit of an example? Because I just realized I'm omitting too many things and I don't want to be... I don't want to fuck it up.
Example.
I can give you an example of something to work with, temp, pi, whatever. So for example, let's say we have def string comparer, like this, string 1 and then string 2. Okay. And then here's what we're going to do. We're gonna check if bowler is the same as bully, like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, what we would, since we're trying to compare these strings, we'd like it to give us false, false, true, correct?
All right.
Because the first two aren't equal, second two aren't
Yep.
equal, the third one is equal. So we want this to be false, then want this to be false, and then we want it to be true. If I run it,
It's just gonna give you true.
exactly, because so far I haven't done anything. So let's try this. Let's try, for example, creating red val, a new variable, let's set it to true. And instead of returning true, return red val. And we're going to be, and what I would do is, and this is why I want to give you an example, because there's a lot of things I'm omitting, because I, for the life of me, fucking apparently can't explain things. I just am doing a really shit job, because what you can do is you can do this. For I in range, length of string 1. Now, what would you expect this to do?
It checks for the length of string 1.
Mm-hmm. And then that range. So what it will
That
do
range,
is I can do print here, once again, test like this, and then if I run it, it iterates once with a different number for each character in the string, which means what we can do is we can actually do this, because it's an array. Does that make sense? Because this might be a bit confusing. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
That's because
Can we compare those two strings with each other?
actually, yeah, exactly. What we can do this, and then what we can do is so, and then you can see that it prints each character, and then what we can do is we can check if this character is not equal to this character, and if they're not equal, we can set the return value to be false. So what this is basically saying as a complete logical statement is, if at least one character is off, then the entire thing is false. They're not equal. And now if I run the whole thing, we get false, false, true, which is what we wanted.
All right. Coding feels a bit like pulling out of a function, like when you get no, not a function, equations.
Yes.
When you have x3 times plus x4 plus x5, and then you just pull out x, and then you have x times brackets 3, 4, 5, 3 plus 4 plus 5, brackets closed, equals to something.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like that because you often forget about it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, coding in general was motivated with maths. Like, function is a concept that comes from maths, so it can feel very much like mathematics. Everything in coding was based on math concepts. Sometimes comically fucking complicated ones. But yeah, right here I've sent you the code snippet for how I compare the strings. Now your challenge is a lot more difficult. Comparing strings is easy because, as you can see, basically a couple of lines. comparing a pattern is a lot more difficult because you need to basically figure out. That's why the special character is needed, because you need some kind of special character for your program to realize, oh, this isn't meant to be text anymore, this is meant to be like variable. I think now you should have all the tools required to make this. I hope, unless I fucked up something again. Hope I didn't. Okay.
I could just make them. I'm thinking about how to implement roles and glorp, or names.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Basically, if your
s equals to
if your program finds the special character, which in this scenario is the paragraph S, right? You want it to skip that word, because that word can be anything. It doesn't matter. Do you get what I mean? So basically, you have your pattern, and in that pattern, you want to check if help it is in the message, if give is in the message. When it comes to paragraph S, that stands for basically skip this word. So you need to implement some kind of way for that paragraph S to tell it to skip the glorp, because it's in the same place of the message. It's tricky, I won't lie to you, it is quite tricky. Anyway, that's enough for me backseat coding. Because I do believe you can figure it out.
I'm gonna do this one. Gonna copy this one first. Alright, I wanted to send these two songs in that I discovered into.
Now, I know that I've tracked a lot, but the conclusion is actually simple, and that's the fact that if you express Rage Bait. I actually know that song.
Oh, cool. Six.
Okay, yo, I'm gonna end the stream now because I will need to record some things I'd rather not record. I would most likely just stay on this for sound, to be frankly honest with you. Just might.
Yep.
Anyway, figuring out some